We've got more beads, more ideas, and more stuff. Here's another creation just for you, the Crown Cuff. The Crown Cuff bead bracelet is an elegant creation, has a look of royalty, and it's a true sensation. Designed to have a bit of flash and flair, it's definitely a bracelet you'll want to wear and share. This design is great, and of course, it's fast, fun, and easy to make. So get ready for this tutorial to satisfy your creative needs. Feel free to give this video a like and enjoy this episode of TurboBeads. Here's the list of everything you need to make the Crown Cuff bead bracelet. Before starting this project, I'm just letting you know that I'm using Dritz round elastic cord. It's an elastic string that works great with pony bead projects and other things. The string is nice and comes at a low price. With that being said, I'm just keeping you informed and letting you know this is a personal choice, not a sponsored video. To make the Crown Cuff is pretty simple. The first thing you'll need to do is to take 2 feet of string. Then we're going to add 30 beads on that string using this particular pattern. We're going to start out by adding 3 purple beads and 3 yellow beads. Continue adding beads to the string in groups of 3, alternating the colors until you have a total of 30 beads on that string. Now that you have those beads on the string, you're going to move those beads toward one end of the string. Then you'll tie both ends of string together with a square knot, bringing all of those beads together, creating a simple single. When tying your string in the knot, be sure that your knot is tied nice and secure, ensuring that all those beads stay locked into place and everything holds together. As you can see, tying the string in the knot is as easy as it seems. Once your knot is tied and those beads are locked into place, this is what it should look like so far. From here, we'll have 2 ends of string, we'll have a short end of string, and we'll have a long end of string which we'll be using to build upon this bracelet. Let's go ahead and take the long end of string, leaving that short end of string for later. Using that long end of string, you're going to run that string to that first yellow bead in that group of 3. Continue watching as I run the string to this bead. Once you get that string through that bead, you'll pull that string all the way through, which will set us up for the next steps. Once again, using that same end of string, we're going to add 3 beads on that string. Using this pattern, we'll have 1 yellow bead, a black bead in the center, with a yellow bead on the end. This is what it should look like. Now that we have those beads on the string, we're going to run that string to the last bead on that group of 3. That's the yellow bead here. Continue watching as I guide the string through this bead. Once you get that string through that bead, you'll pull the string all the way through and just enough, keeping those beads in a tight formation. You'll see that the beads will come together, creating a triangular shape looking just like this. From here, we'll take that long end of string and we're going to run it through that first purple bead in that group of 3. Continue watching as I guide the string through this bead. Once you get that string through that bead, you'll pull that string all the way through and we're all set for the next steps. From here, we're going to do as we've done before by adding 3 beads on the string using this pattern. This time we'll use 1 purple bead, a black bead in the center with a purple bead on the end, looking just like this. Now we have those beads on the string, we're going to run that string to the last purple bead in this group of 3. Continue watching as I guide the string through this bead. Once you get that string through that bead and pull it all the way through, all of those beads will come together, creating a triangular shape. With this point finished, we're ready to create another point on this bracelet using the same steps. Again, we'll use that long end of string and we're going to run it to that first yellow bead in this group of 3. Continue watching as I guide the string through this bead, pulling that string all the way through. That'll set us up for the next steps. Just like we've done before, we'll add our 3 beads on that string. 1 yellow bead, a black bead with a yellow bead on the end, looking just like this. Once we have those beads on the string, we're going to run that string to the last yellow bead in that group 3. Continue watching as I guide the string through that bead. Once we get that string through that bead and pull that string all the way through, all the beads will come together, creating a triangular shape. As I've said before, be sure that you pull that string just enough to keep those beads in a tight formation. From here, we'll take that long end of string and we're going to run it to that first purple bead in this group of 3. Continue watching as I guide the string to this bead, pulling that string all the way through, setting us up for the next steps. Just like we've done before, we're going to add 3 more beads to the string using that same pattern. That's 1 purple bead, a black bead in the middle with a purple bead on the end. Once you have those beads on the string, you'll run that string through the last purple bead in this group of 3. Again, continue watching as I guide the string through this bead, pulling that string all the way through and just enough, keeping those beads in a tight formation, creating a triangular shape looking just like this. At this point, we'll continue repeating the same steps, creating these points all the way around the bracelet. Remember to have the string set through the first bead of the group of 3 corresponding with the color. Then adding the 3 beads on the string with a black bead in the center. After that, you'll run that string to the last color of the group of 3, pulling that string all the way through and just enough, keeping those beads in a tight formation. I'll let the majority of the steps play out so that you can see how this bracelet is assembled without feeling like you've missed any steps. Hopefully with this visual, it's made it easier to understand how this bracelet is assembled, as I've only used few colors for this one to help make it clear of where the string goes through next. With a simplistic color scheme like this, I believe it's a great color scheme to use, but of course, you're always able to use what color scheme of your choice. So leave a comment below letting me know what cool color combinations you choose to use to create your bracelet. Let me be sure to mention that the main portion of this bracelet, which we would call the single, is a total of 30 beads, but as you already know, everyone's wrist sizes are different, so be sure to adjust accordingly, as you may need more or less beads depending on the size of the wrist as well as the size of the beads. As you can see, assembling this bracelet is as easy as it seems, with its simple steps that repeat all the way around the bracelet. To ensure that your bracelet turns out as it should, be sure that you pull that string just enough, keeping all of those beads in a tight formation. Now that we've created points all the way around the bracelet and have one more point to create, let's run through the final steps. First, let's ensure that our string is through the first purple bead in this group of 3, ensuring that the string is set to create a point. Just like we've done before, we're going to add our 3 beads to the string using that same pattern that correspond with the color. That's a purple bead, a black bead in the middle with a purple on the end. We have those beads on the string. We can run that string to the 3rd purple bead in this group of 3. Getting that string through that bead, pulling that string all the way through, and just enough keeping those beads in a tight formation. From here, we should be at the original starting point where our knot was tied. We'll have the 2 ends of string which we can tie together, which will bring everything together. String together, be sure that your knot is tied nice and secure, ensuring that everything stays locked into place and holds together. Once your string is tied and all those beads are locked into place, all that is left is to carefully cut off the tied loose ends of string, and your crown cuff bead bracelet is now complete. And there you have it, another elegant bead bracelet design that looks fine, that was fun to make. Hopefully this tutorial was helpful and you can create one just as great. If there's anything you'd like to add, requests or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you are new or you just haven't already, don't forget that you can always subscribe if you want to be notified for more bead tutorials just like this one. Hoping you'll tune in for the next one to satisfy your creative needs. Until next time, as always, thanks for watching TurboBeads.